can actually cut down our workload by at least 50%, freeing up time, hours for us, to focus on things that are more important. So let me now introduce you to AI. Remember, I made my slides with AI. I didn't adjust it. I can adjust the slides. I can rearrange them, but I just deliberately left the slides to show you an example of what AI can do. Okay, now let's look at some of the AI. I'm going to share my screen. I need to share my screen and I have some intrusion on, let's see. So I'm going to end my presentation and then do a screen share. I will be sharing different types of AI. Now, these are basic AI. Google just has Google has different types of AI right now, and one of the notable ones is the Notebook LM. This AI is particularly good for teachers because you can upload different documents into this AI. You can upload your files. You can click copy websites. You can connect this AI to your Google Drive where your documents are, or you can just copy text and paste it here. Okay, so from this AI, you can actually create audios, or you can link it to YouTube, and you can ask AI to summarize a YouTube video in a few words. Okay, so that's what this AI can do. I'm just going to be moving from one AI to the other. This is called Notebook LM. To get to this, you just need to go to notebooklm.google.com. So this is an AI. It's been released by Google very recently. So let's see if we can just test it. To create a notebook, we either upload a file. Let me see if I can find, I'm not sure I can find any documents in my computer. Excuse me. So let me take my slide. I'm uploading my slide. It's not the best document to upload, but I just want to test it. So here it is. It's interpreting what is on my slide. It says this guide explores how artificial intelligence can significantly alleviate the current workload crisis facing educators. So for students, you can actually copy text into the Notebook LM and ask it very specific questions. Can you summarize? So let's say extract 3 important points from the document. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to extract 3 important points. It's scanning the text, identifying key insights, summarizing the content, and that's what it's doing. So it's told me it's addressing, the document is addressing teacher workload crisis, efficiency in planning, grading, and differentiation, preserving the irreplaceable human element of teaching. Okay, so this is not a very good example, but you can actually upload documents to this AI and you can instruct it, to summarize in a few words or create a list, create an activity. So I'm just going to ask a question, create a short quiz from the document. So let's see what happens this time. So remember this LMS, this notebook LM allows you to upload documents or to copy and paste large text. Then you can then instruct the AI. So from my slides, I have a quiz. What percentage of an educator's professional hours is currently consumed by administrative tasks, grading, and lesson planning? You know, so I have not instructed it as precisely. I should have said, for example, give me options A to D or options A to E. Or also, I could have asked it to give me the correct answer. Give me 5 options and highlight the correct answer. Okay, so I'm only just demonstrating this Google AI. Okay, I'm going to go to another AI. This time, this is the Chinese one. It's called DeepSeek. This is also free. Most AI are free to an extent, but if you want something more efficient, you have to subscribe for it. But free AI can do the job for you. So we talked about our ability to make lesson plans with AI. That's one of the things we do. Now, with the Notebook LM, what you can do is to upload your scheme of work to it and then ask it to create a lesson plan from week 1. And it will identify your topic, your objectives, and it will do so for you. But I'm not doing this here. I'm just going to ask it to create a lesson plan for me. And I want to compare this to ChatGPT. So this is DeepSeek. I'll say, with AI, you have to create a context. So I'm a primary school teacher teaching age 6 to 7 years in primary 2. Create a lesson plan on living things. Show differentiation for different levels and add active learning activities. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this same instruction. Let's just compare to AI. This is DeepSeek. It's from China. So I've typed my instruction. We're just testing AI to see what it can do for us. And let's see how long it takes for this AI to work for us. Now, if you want your AI to create a lesson plan with the same subheadings as your own school lesson plan, you just indicate to it and say, use these subheadings, and it will create it for you using your subheadings. So we're still within 1 minute. Okay, so we have this already created for us. Let's look at it. So it has the duration. I didn't give it the duration. I could have said duration 45 minutes or 60 minutes. Learning objectives, it gave me its learning intention. So if I'm going to use this, I will just adapt it to learning objective to identify and describe the characteristics of living things. I just gave it a general title. I could have been more specific. Success criteria, I can name 3 living things, etc. So introduction, active tuning in, it tells me what to do. Gather the children on the carpet, show 2 objects. Main activity, activity 1, there's some differentiation. Provide a checklist with pictures. Draw a label with initial sounds or full words, etc. Okay, so this is a lesson plan. Sorry, this is a lesson plan. I'm going to take the same prompt to ChatGPT. So I'm going to chat GPT. Okay. Now I sent you a 50-page, 50-word, 50 different prompts I created from AI for you. But it's there, just download it. Now I'm going to use the same prompt. My prompt is not very specific, but I'm going to still use it. And let's see the difference. Now my chat GPT has been trained extensively. So let's see what it will give to me. And let's see how fast it is. Can you see what ChatGPT does? It's done it faster than DeepSeek. It's still working. It's done. So we've just established that ChatGPT created this lesson plan more quickly than DeepSeek. So here it is. It extracted some of the things I needed, like primary 2, age 6 to 7. It gave me the subject, living things, duration, 40 minutes. Lesson type, it's an introduction. I did not give it much information. If I wanted very specific information, I could have given it all these details. It identifies for me 3 lesson objectives, learning objectives. The other one identified only 1. So the success criteria or learning outcomes, it provided me 3. It looks at prior knowledge because of the way I trained my ChatGPT. I've been working with ChatGPT, and the more you work with it, the more ChatGPT learns um, your field. So with all AI, it's the same thing. You can train your AI, and I've trained my ChatGPT. So prior knowledge, people have seen plants, so you're identifying the prior knowledge. It's identifying the materials. Then it starts with a starter activity, introduction, etc., guided practice. It's giving you the time scale, independent or differentiated tasks, so there are different abilities. You just copy and paste it into your document and arrange it properly. Then the plenary, the last part of the lesson where you review all your learning, check understanding in 5 minutes, assessment, and your differentiation strategies. It will guide you on what you need to do. So ChatGPT says, if you like, I can prepare worksheets for each activity level. Okay, so I'll say to ChatGPT, go ahead, prepare. So it's giving me options. So I'm going to ask it to prepare a worksheet for each ability level. And let's see how long it does this. You can see the worksheet. All I need to do is copy and paste. If I want to make my worksheet attractive, I could just put pictures in my Word document. So we have 3 worksheets: lower ability, circle the living thing in each row, tree, stone, shoe. That's the lower ability. Then there's middle ability, tick the living thing and cross the non-living thing. So if it's a bird, tick, chair, cross, it's non-living thing. Write 1 characteristic of a living thing, and then there is draw 2 living things and label them. And then the higher ability, 5 examples of living things, describe 2 characteristics of living things, explain why a plant is a living thing. So these are examples. So I'm just going to extract from these instructions I generated prompts. So generate differentiated classwork and homework tasks for, I'll just put this topic. So classwork, generate new differentiated classwork and homework tasks for this topic. So I've given you, if you look at your documents, if you look at your device, you have already a prompt with a document with 50 different prompts you can use to generate to do all manner of tasks with artificial intelligence. Okay, so it's given me another task. This time I'm copying and pasting what I already gave you. So low ability, draw 2 living things. Say one thing living things do. Sort pictures given by teacher into living or non-living things. This is for age 6 or 7. Middle ability, write the names of 3 living things. Tick the correct characteristics. So it gives me this, and then the higher level, etc. So homework tasks, it's also differentiated. It's giving me 3 different types of homework. for higher level children, middle level, and lower level. All I need to do is copy and paste. Generally, this is what we do. We just click copy and then we paste it into a Word document, and then we can delete anything we don't need, rearrange, and all that. With artificial intelligence, you must always go through what you have been given to be sure that it is correct, because sometimes artificial intelligence makes mistakes. So don't just copy and paste, read it through and do whatever you want with it. Okay, so we're going to another artificial intelligence. We've done Notebook LM, which is good for learning text from maybe a website, or uploading a large text and then asking it questions. We've looked at DeepSeek, and we've been able to establish that ChatGPT is a little bit faster than it. Then here is another. This is for presentation. I use this actually. AI for teachers. So I asked this to create me slides for teachers, just like I asked Gamma. So I'm just going to click on presentation, and these are my slides. So I could download this if I wanted, but I'm just going to show you AI definition: artificial intelligence systems that can analyze, learn, and adapt to support teaching and learning. So truly, AI can adapt and learn from you. As you use AI, it begins to learn about all the things you do. It learns your language and begins to present things the way you like. Okay? So there's something called machine learning that helps AI to improve automatically through experience and data analysis. So the more you work with an AI, the more it learns to do what you ask it to do. Okay? So instead of doing 4 different AI, just focus on one and use it as well as you can. And then you can apply it into everyday tasks. So this is my slide that I asked for it to create. So time reduction, this one says 42 minutes time reduction, 25 minutes improvement of your work, 18-minute increase in student engagement levels, etc., etc. So these are slides that were created for me, and I could just have copied it, and used it. I can adapt my slides, etc. Okay, so let's see if I can, let me see. So if I wanted to download, you can see it would download. Let's see. I can download as PowerPoint or PDF. So once I download, I can adapt it if it's a PowerPoint. Okay. So I'm just going to go to Google Gemini. Okay, this is Gemini by Google. It's also a very interesting AI. And I'm going to give it instructions. To get Gemini, just go to gemini.google.com. I'm a teacher of year 2. My students are young. So it's whatever instruction I give that's going to work with. My students are young and enthusiastic. I'm looking to create a lesson plan that encourages active learning. You don't have to do all of this, but I'm testing the AI. Active learning. I want you to create a lesson plan titled Living Things for this group of learners. So what else? I don't know what instructions. Differentiate for 3 different types of learners. Start now. Okay, so I've instructed it. Let's see how fast this works. This is Gemini. It's owned by Google. So this is the Gemini lesson plan. It's actually quite fast, but it's not giving as much as ChatGPT. Excuse me. So I have the subject, I have the year group, the duration, I have learning objectives, I have the starter. In this case, it says the hook. So all you need to do is to change this. You can put it introduction, call it introduction or starter activity. Okay. Phase two could be turned into stage two in your own lesson plan. If you wanted to use the same words as you use in your lesson plan, you will indicate to it to write the lesson step by step. So instead of using phase one, phase two, it will go step one, step two. Or if you're using stage one, stage two, it will do that for you. So these are the differentiated activities. So you have three different learners, three different activities, and then plenary. And this is it. Okay, it's still a lesson plan, it's still good, it's just shorter. Then let's ask it to create a classwork activity for all learners. Let's see what happens here. So it's talking to me. It says, since year two students thrive on variety, this classwork activity is designed as a living things lab station rotation. So it's using the American system where you have students moving from one station in the classroom to the other. Okay, so station one, living or not living. Station two, etc., etc. So this AI has not been trained to my taste. So that's why it's giving me a lot of the American style, But if I work with the AI, it will begin to give me what I want. Okay, so create a lesson plan, a lesson plan that, let's see how good this AI is, that suits Nigerian classrooms. Let's see how much this AI knows. Okay. Learning objectives, phase one, the wake-up call, plenary. Okay, so I'm going to use the AI that I have trained. I'm going to chat GPT and I'm going to localize my lesson plan to Nigeria because I've done a lot of work. I've trained this AI. Create a lesson plan titled Materials for year two of a Nigerian classroom. So let's see. Okay, so this is ChatGPT. It's giving me learning objectives, the success criteria, key vocabulary, prior knowledge or previous knowledge. It's using the Nigerian method more. Teaching materials and resources, lesson development, starter, which is a warm-up, introduction. This is a little bit more like the Nigerian one, guided practice. These are different stages of the lesson, differentiated tasks, etc., etc. Then assessment, etc. Okay, so we have looked at Google Gemini, we've looked at ChatGPT, we've looked at Popeye. There's Gamma. I have shown you Gamma. This is Gamma. This is where I created my slides. Now, nowadays, if you go to Google Slides, you will see that Google Slides has an integrated AI. It will ask you what you want. Even Microsoft has AI integrated into PowerPoint. So let's say this is what I did. So let me see. I don't want to present anymore. I want to see if I can start a new slide. Okay, so I can edit my theme and all that, but I'm just trying to see if I can change to another It's asking me to edit. I don't want to edit. I want to start all over again. Okay, so yeah. So I want to create a new slide with AI. This is Gamma. Gamma is very popular for creating slides. So I can generate with a one-line prompt. I can copy and paste text to create a presentation. I can import a file or use a template I've already created. So let's try creating by a new prompt. Create a slide deck for a year 2 lesson titled Living Things. So just this sentence, let's see what it does and how long it takes. So it's creating it for me. It's giving me the different text first. So you can see it's giving me like 10 slides. Okay. Now I can now decide on what kind of visuals I want, what theme. Do I want this pink one or do I want this? Let me use this one. And images, it's asking me if I want to use AI images or if I want to bring in stock photos and all that. Let's see. Let me see if I can choose stock photos. No, I'll use AI images. There's no time. So I'll say generate. Remember, it's giving me text. Each of these is equivalent to a slide. So we're watching it create for us. It's taking about a minute. This is Gamma, Gamma. So if you go to Gamma, if you Google for Gamma or you put gamma.app, you will get this. Okay, so it's created my slide deck and I can adapt anything here. You know, you can see I remove the letter G. I can change it and I can add images on the right side. There's a tab here, there's a toolbar here. I can write inside, I can bring in images and do a lot of things. If I want to put in charts or graphs, I can do that, etc. Okay, so I'm not going to tamper with this, but I just wanted to show you that I could actually remove things. I can bold in things. There are different things you can actually do here. If I want to delete the picture, I can delete the picture and probably put in something else. Okay, so let's say we want to present this. This is the presentation mode. That's the presentation mode. There's really no time for me to do that. If I want to download, I'll click at the top right hand corner and I can export it here. I can share, export, share if I wanted. I can collaborate with people. I can send by email. I can copy links for someone to download it. Let's see. Export. Let's click on export. So the export gives me a chance to send it either as a PDF or to export to PowerPoint. Let me choose PowerPoint. And it's exporting it. It's going to download it as PowerPoint, making it easier for me to adapt it on my computer. So your PowerPoint it's been exported. Let's I don't want to tamper with my, let's see if I can share um, my screen share. I'm going to end it and see if I can get from my computer. So I'll show you how it looks. Yes. Okay, so this is the slide. It's now in PowerPoint, and I can enable editing. So you can see on PowerPoint, I can edit it. I can move around things, change the letters and things. So if I wanted to enlarge anything, remove anything, I can just do it here. But you can also edit it online. These are basically my slides. Of course, it has to be adapted slightly, but generally it's basically doing a job for you that you could have spent a longer time doing. So use AI when you want to save time, but you don't need to use AI. You can do it yourself, but assuming you want to save some time, go ahead and use AI. Let me look at some of the questions we have. Um, if you're having any network issue, don't worry, we're recording the meeting.